Hello people, so we're just gonna ignore my dog licking my carpet in the background, if that's cool. So yeah, this I guess is the stuff that I got for school. We'll start, I guess this is from American Eagle. I got this cutesy flannel, which just so happens to include my favorite color. And if I could find, this is cute. Just go over some stuff. I'm gonna say my favorite thing for last. We got this. I got a couple versions of it. That's cute. Also that's from Hollister. We got this from Hollister. It's a shirt. It's just long. It's like a blousey thing. This is cute. This is also from Hollister. A lot of it, I think I got mainly stuff from Hollister. I think that's my favorite clothing brand at the moment. I got a belt because I'm gonna need some stuff. This was from American Eagle, I believe. Then here, I have a couple more shirts, and then I have, this is cute. I like this one. This might be my favorite blousey thing. And then we got us some of these from Hollister, and they look cooler when they're actually on, but yeah. And then I got two more pairs of jeans. These ones, they're comfy. And then I think these are my favorite of the jeans. I think have a rip in the knee, but they're cute. And then my favorite article of clothing that I got, for obvious reasons, is, okay, so I immediately saw this, I immediately thought Austin, and this is why. I was like, yeah, I'm getting that. This is beautiful, and it made me think of Austin, because you know, this is beautiful. And so this is gonna be my favorite sweater for when it is colder. So that's all the clothes I got. But here's the best thing I got, and I was like, all right, we need to go. First, I'm just gonna say, and I don't know if you saw my thing on Pinterest, but we got there, and in Hollister, Sunflowers by Louis was playing, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then we went, there was like this, like, it was a smaller like record store. It wasn't like the main one that's like the exciting, that has to do with my exciting thing. And I was just looking, I'm like, all right, let's see if we have anybody. Only, not even Harry, which was shocking, because I feel like Harry, like, you know, especially the new album and everything, I was just looking and I was like, all right, let's see if I can find like Niall. Cause what's stupid is I didn't realize is that it's by last name. So like Niall, instead of being an N, he was like an H. And so not Niall, not even Luke. There were not one, but two Callum vinyls, and I was like, oh, but it was like, they were like 40 something bucks, and I was like, that's not one of my favorite albums, but like, you know, it was just cool. Then we went to like the good one, and I was looking, I'm like, all right, let's look around. It was empty, there was like nothing actually there, but there was a section for parks, and I was like, oh, please, I want intellectual property so bad. I need intellectual property so bad. Yes, but I got, and I remember seeing this last time, this is when I got my Calm vinyl back in March, but I got this. And I'm so excited because it has, and it's just, and I asked my brother who was making the best face, he said Michael, my mom said Ashton, and I was like, I don't know, I really think I really like that you could just see, look, he's all wrinkly. And it just, the quiff, like, is like, you know, that's great. And of course, Callum looks like he saw a ghost. So yeah, I have to go and watch a movie with my family, but yeah, I have my 1D shirt on today. Oh, and then last thing, on the way, my mom had to go to the bathroom, so I'm like, you know, I'll come with her. So we had to go into the Cheesecake Factory bathroom. Walls was playing, also by Louis, obviously. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then we got into the parking lot. The clouds looked like arrows, and I was like, oh my gosh, Liam. Oh, one more actually trauma story though. Like we went to like hibachi for dinner because it was like really cheap. If you didn't know, and don't, before you judge me, there's actually a story behind it, which maybe I'll explain eventually. I am terrified of rice, and so like I don't eat rice, and I just, ugh. I was like, all right, you know what, maybe I'll go to the bathroom like before we like leave or whatever. I go walk up to the bathroom, and it's one of those like, there's like a latch, but also like the, like you push in the doorknob and like, you know, yeah. Coming! Sorry. So I'm like, you know, I always, if I'm in a public bathroom, I'm always like, you know, careful when I open the door if it's like, you know, I didn't see anything, thank God, but there was a guy in there, and I was like, okay, we're gonna wait. So yeah, I have to go, but thank you for all your advice yesterday and stuff. I am happy about all my clothes and stuff, especially this. And I love my vinyl, and Luke's wrinkles are staring at me, and Ashton's winking at me, and Michael looks possessed, and Callum looks scared. So yeah, I'm gonna go. Goodbye guys.